the government will partner with the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, and join its Power Africa program, connecting millions of people across the African continent to the electrical grid with renewable energy projects, along with granting access for dozens of Israeli companies to multi-billion-dollar deals. Israeli companies will now be eligible to receive USAID grants to penetrate the African market, enjoying the American government's contractual and diplomatic largesse. While Israel has only 12 ambassadors to cover 54 African countries, many of whom have no formal relations with the Jewish state, the United States has an ambassador to almost every country on the continent. Be the first to know. Join our Facebook page. Function D S ID var JS FJS equal D get elements tag name S 0 if D get element bid ID return JS equal D crea tilment S JS.id equal ID JSSRC equal / connect facebook.net/n_us/all JS number XFBML equal 1 and app ID equal 1634148068997 FJS parent node insert before JS FJS document script Facebook JS SDK. This diplomatic leverage will allow Israeli companies to negotiate hefty contracts in countries where there is no official Israeli presence, advancing major clean energy projects and counterbalancing advantages otherwise held by Chinese solar companies. News of the partnership with one of the largest aid projects worldwide leaked out on Tuesday, and shortly afterwards an invitation went out from the Ministry of Economy to Israeli entrepreneurs to attend the signing agreement between the U.S. and Israel on December 4. The event will see key African heads of state and ministers, the U.S. ambassador, and other Israeli government officials convene in Jerusalem. Eli Groner, the Director General of the Prime Minister's office, who played a major role in negotiating the agreement with USAID, told the Jerusalem Post, "Our vision is that we can best benefit the economy by leveraging what the government is good at and to let the private sector do what it's good at." The U.S. has a vision of the electrification of Africa, and the United States was very interested in pushing that forward. Africa was very interested in getting access to electricity. And Israel has the capability to put together this trilateral effort. Israel's participation in Power Africa comes on the heels of multiple visits by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to the continent in 2016, visiting Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, and Ethiopia, and is a sign of burgeoning diplomatic and economic ties. Aside from the Prime Minister's office, the American Israel Political Action Committee, AIPAC, also played a major role in the negotiations to get Israel into the Power Africa program, a sign that the continent is playing a greater role in the US-Israel strategic relationship. This move is the result of the policies of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to strengthen ties with many countries in the world. Groner said the move also reflects our close relations with the United States, as well as Israel's deepening relations with African countries. Electricity isn't the only service on the table, as one Israeli entrepreneur, speaking on condition of anonymity, said that along with power, several African leaders want to broker energy-reliant agricultural and water management contracts with Israeli companies. One Israeli-American firm, Energy Ya Global, is poised to invest $2 billion into wind, hydro and solar projects in 10 African countries over the next 5 years. Energy Ya was behind the first connected solar project on the African continent, the 8.5 megawatt solar field in the Agahozo Shalom Youth Village, powering 6% of Rwanda's electricity alone. This represents the historic new milestone in the US-Israeli relationship, said Energy Ya Global CEO Yosef Abramovitz, a founding partner of Power Africa and who played a matchmaking role in negotiations between the Israeli and American governments. It will not only provide economic growth in Africa but will advance US and Israeli jobs, advance women's empowerment, and will repel the advance of Islamic jihadist ideology which exploits economic vulnerability throughout the continent.